We keep talking about the Badgers. They're 1-5 overall. They're 0-4 in Big Ten play. You can really throw out those records in the Big Ten. You've got Iowa's #1 in the country. Penn State's right behind at #2. The other Big Ten teams in the top 10, Michigan at 8, Ohio State at 9, Rutgers is 12, Illinois is 13. This is undisputably, you could call it the best conference, no doubt, in the country for wrestling.
It's the highest level of wrestling outside of world level wrestling. And here's Hrymack going to work right away, and he's dangerous on top if he can get moving.
Hayden Hrymack for Rutgers, Eric Peissig for Wisconsin. Peisig's 1-5 in duels, Hrymack 9-6. You said before, this one could be the biggest toss-up.
Yeah, in my opinion, I mean, listen, Hrymack's definitely favored here, but it's the closest to who's favored in which bout as any of them. So this is a huge match. But Hrymack has gone out in years past, and he can pin you. He's willing to throw to the wind. You saw him right there going double underhooks for the trip, trying to put you right to his back. So he's not afraid to let it hang out, which has gotten him in some trouble in the past. But he's going to go out there and look to score points.
Hrymack, the senior, this is his final year, Point Pleasant, New Jersey, and he'll be one of those few seniors, including Billy Smith, who's up next. Will be honored on Sunday for the Scarlet Knights. Hrymack, he played down at Christian Brothers Academy in high school. Well, remember, last year against Wisconsin, he upset Timmy McCall, who was #9 in the country.
Yeah, Hrymack is another one like Parati, who's a gamer. He, when the lights come out, he wants to go out and show off, and this is a good opportunity with his team down and counting on him. This is a good opportunity for him to come out here and try to get a W for his team and put it in the hands of Billy Smith and Sean McCabe. And Sean McCabe usually gets you started, doesn't finish you up. So him and Billy Smith almost switching roles a little bit.
Smith, the heavyweight, he'll go up against Brock Horwath, and then McCabe set to battle Johnny Jimenez for Wisconsin. Peissig, he was 7-4 a season ago, and the record this year just 1-5. He's the redshirt sophomore for the Badgers. Badgers lead it 15-9. Hrymack with the 1-point advantage as we get late in the first period.
.17 seconds left here in the first period. Don't want the Coach Barry Davis to confuse me again.
22 years for Davis in the sidelines as the Badgers head coach, plus another as the interim. 2-1 after one period. And you've seen it in the background. We talk about the Big Ten, and here's a nice move right here.
Great job, double underhook, gets the trip, and quick enough to get around for the 2-point takedown. He's going to have to continue to wrestle the whole match, and right now he looks a little bit, Hrymack looks in great shape, but Peissig looks a little bit, his hands on his knees already, so let's see if the conditioning can really take advantage here for Hrymack, see if he can start putting some points on, and gets out right away to extend his lead 3-1.
We're inside the Rutgers Athletic Center, about 3,000 fans in attendance for tonight's bout. Hrymack, he gets 2. What did he do there on that takedown?
Bowled right through him, and you saw Peissig try to hit almost like a switch to try to switch him up a little bit, but great job of following through the motion, ending up on the right side of that takedown, gets an escape, and builds a 5-2 lead, and he's going to have to get a couple more takedowns if he wants to start to talk about bonus points here, which they're certainly going to need a few.
2 bouts left after this one. Rutgers 5, or I should say Hrymack 5, Peissig 2. Riding time not a factor right now. Overall, Wisconsin has the 15-9 edge. And 50 seconds remaining in the second period of this one.
Right now, Hrymack 30 seconds here in the second period, content with his 5-2 lead. It'd be nice to see him get another score here as the period starts to wind down. Riding time not a factor, 26 seconds in favor of Hrymack. Not a whole lot doing here in the end of the second period.
And Hrymack heads into the third period leading 5-2.
Right there, ankle pick, looking for the other one. He switches, follows all the way through, able to put himself in better position, gets the takedown.
Talk about the great atmosphere inside the rack for Rutgers wrestling. That was just a few weeks ago. Wisconsin, they wrestled against Iowa inside the Kohl Center. That's the Badgers basketball facility, and they had over 2,500 fans for that one, and that makes sense. The right matchup there with Iowa coming to town. Over 2,500 for that match on January 15th. Wisconsin only drew about 3,700 fans in total all of last year for their home matches.
Wow.
One-point escape for Eric Peissig.
Hayden Hrymack in on a shot, really shot from far away. Not really a great shot, but gets himself out of trouble there. 5-3, 38 seconds of riding time in favor of Hrymack here, a minute and a half left. And you got to make sure you wrestle the entire match. You're one takedown away from being tied in a match you've been dominating for 6 minutes. Right there, reaches, tries to step through, doesn't get it.
Wisconsin has won 3 matches tonight late in the third period. With their Rutgers opponent leading, they flip-flopped the score on them 3 times.
Under a minute left here in the third period. Good shot there by Peissig, but Hrymack sets it off there, gets right back up, not looking to do too much scoring. Another shot there. One more is going to be a stall call, because they're begging for it on the side there, right in the ref's ear, official's ear. One more will be a stall. And there it is. Stall call and the takedown.
And this will be 3 points for Rutgers.
Well, don't hold your breath yet. We've seen a lot happen in the last 10 seconds, but I think you're right here. 5 seconds left, a 7-4 victory for Hrymack. 2 bouts to go.
And it's now 15-12.
Right there, gets spins behind, gets the takedown to win the bout here, 7-4.